they are going to come up with better ways of addressing it, or coming up with a harsher penalty, because Kaluma's bill is just similar to what Ugandans are proposing, a death penalty, things like that. Those are just barbaric. He will not do that when his son says that he's gay. He will try to revert that. So he can
Yes.
say that as a populist statement, trying to please everybody, but society has changed and its dynamics are changing each and every day. That is where we are. That is where we are. Whether you like it or not, that is where we are.
Yeah, our viewers, this is a very heated debate and a very tough topic about LGBTQ in Uganda, whereby the Ugandan parliament have enacted a law. And all those who are found guilty under what they are calling aggravated offense, they are charged to death penalty. I don't know what you have to say. I see most of you are concentrating with a grammatical error on our headline, but you are not telling us what you think about the topic of today. Mr. Leo, we continue to see your comments there. Thank you very much for participating on the comment section. We really appreciate for your participation. Our viewers, we're gonna take a break for just 1 minute. Then we come back. We touch another very brief topic for like 10 or 15 minutes. Then we're gonna end the show, and we shall be asking ourselves whether Raila Odinga has finally decided to support Kalonzo Musyoka for 2027 general election. Mr. Mzalendo, we will come back and we touch on that topic just briefly. Then we can proceed with that topic next time, because I had planned that we have those two topics today. So we can have a break for 1 minute.
The government has increased the prices of fuel products in the latest review undertaken by the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority, EPRA. Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja signs into law bill reducing video shooting charges from 5K to 2K Kenya shillings. The World Health Organization has condemned Israel's order to evacuate 22 hospitals in northern Gaza that are treating more than 2,000 inpatients. Moving that many patients to southern Gaza could be tantamount to a death sentence, the organization said. Iran has warned of far-reaching consequences if Israel's war crimes and genocide are not stopped immediately.
Wow. All right. We are back. Mr. Mzalendo, you are still there?
Yeah.
Today we are not seeing you. Maybe you are sleeping.
No, I think I have opened so many windows. So I was on a
Yes.
Zoom. I was on a Zoom meeting. So while my camera is tripping, but because I'm trying to get into live camera, but it's not allowing me.
I wish that can happen. I wish that can happen as we now enter what
we are
I
okay.
love most.
We are okay. We are okay.
Good. Our viewers, let me put our link down there so that you can join. Anybody who wanna join, you feel free to join. And in this show, we try to balance. We don't bar anybody from discussing or supporting any party. We are free. Whether you are from UDA, Kenya Kwanza, Azimio, Jubilee, whoever you are, whatever party affiliation you belong to, feel free to come here. We'll give you enough time to say what you have in mind. It is very important that we be in a position to let people give their views, discuss whatever they have, so that we can have a balanced debate and so that we can inform our nation. So we are very fair, and everybody should feel free to come and have a discussion here. You get enough time, just like any other person, regardless of the party that you support, as we enter briefly into a political question. Now, Mr. Mzalendo, you had the declaration of one Raila Amolo Odinga when he was in the birthday of his brother, Dr. Oburu Odinga. And he praised Kalonzo Musyoka in that birthday. He said that Kalonzo Musyoka has been his running mate for 2 times. And on the 3rd time, he was not even a running mate, but he stood with him. He said Kalonzo Musyoka is somebody who can be trusted. And he even went ahead to say that he is better than William Ruto 10 times, and that William Ruto should not dare to underestimate Kalonzo Musyoka, because in the event that he will not run in 2027, they are going to support Kalonzo Musyoka. I remember there was a time we were discussing that question here, Mr. Mzalendo, and my observation was that it is very hard for Raila Odinga to support Kalonzo Musyoka. But after this declaration, I don't know what is your take. What do you think about this? He praised Kalonzo Musyoka, and he said that they are going to support Kalonzo in 2027. Do you think those were just words for that day, or do you think there is that possibility that Raila Odinga will not be in the ballot box in 2027? Kalonzo will compete with William Ruto. What do you think, Mr. Mzalendo?
Let me try to be the devil's advocate in this
Please.
particular matter. I don't see a scenario of Raila Odinga supporting Kalonzo.
Yes.
I'm trying to look at Raila Odinga.
Yes.
And his handlers, the people who really support Baba.
Yes.
Our politics is business, yeah? Without Baba on the ballot, there'll be so many casualties that he can't take. His party cannot take.
Yes.
With him on the ballot means another thing. It means that it will still be, ODM will still be a major political player in Kenyan politics.
Yes.
As long as he's still around. Can Kalonzo marshal the kind of support and the finances that are required to run a presidential campaign successfully? And will Raila marshal the funds for Kalonzo and rally his diehards behind Kalonzo? I have already started seeing some of Raila Odinga supporters saying that Kalonzo is a coward because they cannot support Kalonzo. Yeah, alikatazwa kuingia kwake na polisi just the other day. How can we support somebody like that, you know? So and they are hanging in the balance. And what is the danger in this?
Mm-hmm.
The kind of support base that Raila Odinga has are aggressive, and they like strength, and they like people who bulldoze. Now, with his absence in the ballot, who else do they have
Mm-hmm.
that can carry their aspirations or
Mm-hmm.
admirations? They have their chances are very limited.
Yeah.
They have only Maina Njenga and Raila Odinga. So there is a possibility of Maina Njenga being Raila Odinga's running mate in 2027,
Mm-hmm.
because the Kikuyu vote right now is very, very shaky. Gachagua has not been able to bring the whole community together.
Mm-hmm.
Maina Njenga has revived the former Mungiki followers who are now adults and they have given birth to children. So they are in multiple numbers. All right. They now
Mm-hmm.
call themselves, they don't call themselves Mungiki, but they have a name. They have a name that they're called what? Maybe you know. There's a new name for Maina Njenga's followers.
Yeah, they are hiding behind the traditional and Kikuyu culture.
Yes, there's something called tradition and Kikuyu culture. That culture group, whoever is going to form the next government on a free and fair election,
Yes.
must be affiliated to that particular group,
Mm-hmm.
or else the government of the day has to destroy that group completely.
Mm-hmm. Do you think Maina Jenga has a chance of being a Raila Odinga? Why do you think he has a chance of being a Raila Odinga's running mate? This is somebody who has never run for any
Listen,
political position successfully. Do you
Maina
think
Njenga,
Raila Odinga is gonna take another risk like he did with Mother Karua?
I think Martha Karua had no value.
Yes.
Had no value. She was just
Yes.
a symbol of unity between Azimio and the Kikuyu community.
Mm-hmm.
She did not bring the much anticipated hype
Yes.
in central Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
Remember this: the chairman of Mungiki is Uhuru Kenyatta.
Who said that?
I say so. The
Eh,
chairman.
where did you get that information from?
I've got information that you don't have.
Tell
That
us
is
more
why
about that.
that is why we say it boldly here in Africa 24.
Tell us more about
Uh,
how Uhuru
uh,
Kenyatta is a chairman of
let
Mungiki.
me let me tell you, Chair. Let me tell you. Go back. Make Google your friend. Go back
Mhm.
to 2007.
So, do you think Mr. Muzarendo, considering all
Why are
factors,
you cutting my story short?
no, before we proceed with Maina Jenga,
Hmm.
uh, because I wanted us to dwell more on this Kalonzo Musyoka, that you have said he is a coward, and I know his followers are listening, and I want to hear from them of how they perceive Kalonzo Musyoka. Is he a coward, or is he somebody who can face William Ruto and defeat him in 2027? But this is what my question was to you before you proceed, Mr. Mzalendo. Do you
Mhm.
think Maina Jenga can have or can garner more votes for Raila Odinga than Kalonzo Musyoka? Remember,
Mm,
remember, I want you to bear in mind that Maina Jenga was still there in 2022. He was still
mhm.
supporting Raila Odinga. And we did not see those people who are right now, we are saying there are so many behind him. We did not see him. We did not see them support Raila Odinga.
Mm, we did not see. So, what is your question?
My question is, do
Mm.
you think Maina Jenga can add more value to Azimio than Kalonzo Musyoka? Because we say politics is a tyranny of numbers. Which number? Who are these young people I saw dancing? And where were they? Does it mean they didn't vote in 2027? So, for me, I don't think that Kalonzo Musyoka can be underestimated or compared to Maina Jenga. I don't know why you feel.
Okay.
Yes.
You need to understand the demographies.
Yes. Help
Yeah.
us. Hmm.
You need to understand where the votes are
Hmm.
in Kenya today.
Yes.
The votes are between generation Z,
Hmm.
and these are the confused generation. You know the confused generation.
Yeah. Tell us basically on the age so that our viewers can understand what you're talking about.
The age group that is likely to vote or to propel somebody in power are the age
Hmm.
group between 25, the age group between 18
Hmm.
between 25 to 35 to 40
Hmm.
there. You understand?
Hmm.
They are the youth. Yeah,
Hmm.
they form part of the youth. These are the group that today I can tell you
Yes.
Mainanyenga has that group.
Hmm.
Raila Odinga did not have that group. William
So
Ruto,
why do you think he has that group? Is it because you saw them dancing in that occasion that he
there
was
is
having, or
there
this
is
group he has? Do you think he has
you
just
see
mobilized this group
you
now and
see
they?
the Kenya Kwanza government has created a sense of hopelessness
Yes.
among Kenyans, and especially people from the central Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you cannot please so many hustlers.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot please all of them. They are the majority. How do you get to please them?
Yes.
So the hustler nation is cornered in a place where it can never come out. So all the mama mbogas, all the watu wa Mojengo, watu wa nani, they cannot be satisfied with what William Ruto is giving them at the moment because they wanted to be in that table, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
where these positions are being given out. And they wanted to see one or two of their own
Yes.
getting positions in government. That has not happened. The government is a government of billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
The Ruto government is a government of billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
Those who financed his campaign and those who are shareholders.
Yes.
So those are the guys who are in this government. Now, why Maina Njenga now? Because the Kikuyu youth are feeling a sense of hopelessness,
Yes.
and the only person who can revive their hope. And when he was their leader, they could get money legally. They could they were this unlawful group. Mainajenga is giving them some hope and is telling them what they want to hear. That they once he gets power, they know where he will place them. In Central, Maina Njenga is feared and is expected at the same time. The leaders in Central Province fear Maina Njenga. He has reached a place where society cannot no longer ignore him, and they can't finish him. And if he is jailed today, he becomes more popular. He's emboldened. So he's being constantly harassed by the Kenya Kwanza government, emboldens his supporters and and the sympathizers. That is why I say he is able to get that vote that
Yes.
Martha Karua could not get. Even if it is in Laikipia, he will be able to get that youthful vote that Raila Odinga could not get in
So,
Central.
Mr. Muzalendo, I'm trying to understand you, because basing on your discussion, it's like you have written off Kalonzo Musyoka. Do you
I,
truly believe? Do you
I,
truly believe
I was
minus Kalonzo
I was
Musyoka,
I,
Raila
I was,
Odinga,
mhm. I
and
was
Maina
coming to
Jenga can
Kalonzo.
form a government?
I was coming to Kalonzo. You see, that is why we Kenyans are duped. Why we voters are stupid. Why we are played with. Why we die for these politicians. Yeah.
Yes.
Right now, there is something being crafted called BBI, called bipartisan talk. Tunapatiwa maneno ya bipartisan kama dawa Piriton. Moja kidogo kidogo tu mnaonjeshwa tu. Have you noticed that mnaonjeshwa tu kidogo kidogo? O mnaonjeshwa kidogo waone reaction. Yeah, reaction was good. Ile tulitoa kidogo, ile maneno tulitoa, reaction ya wananchi ilikuwa sawa. Sasa tukileta ile ingine, itakuwa sawa kabisa. Hawa watu wanajitengenezea viti and it will benefit both sides.
Yes.
Both Kenya Kwanza will benefit from the bipartisan talk. That is why Gachagua has gone quiet about it. He has been told, you shut up. Hapa kuna kitu tunatengeneza. Raila Odinga has also gone quiet. Do you hear him talking? He said that he can't talk for now.
Yes.
Hiyo kitu inapikwa hapo kwa jikoni ni mzuri zaidi. We cannot, ni kitu hamfai kujua kwanza. Mfai kujua kwanza, nyinyi ni others, mtajua baadaye. Unaona? So sisi baadaye tutaandaliwa chakula, hata kama ni sumu tutaikula. Na hiyo ndio sasa wakati tutaanza kuangalia, Mburu wewe uko pande gani? Mimi niko pande ya Kalonzo, Raila na Maina Njenga. Nyewe wengine uko pande gani? Mimi niko pande ya Ruto, Musalia Mudavadi na Gachagua. Now BBI imeshaingia tayari. Ile kitu Ruto alikuwa anapinga wakati ule wa Uhuru wameingiza vizuri. lakini saa hii inaitwa bipartisan talks and agreement. Kutakuwa na prime minister pale, kutakuwa na nani pale, itaenda parliament ipite. Now who is the beneficiary? After Ruto finishes his term, yeah,
Yes.
he still comes back as the prime minister of the Republic of Kenya. Hawa wanaangalia mbali na wewe because listen, Uhuru Kenyatta was too young to retire. Ruto is again ni mtoto. Sasa huyo Ruto akimaliza siasa yake ataenda wapi? Na vile ni kijana.
Do you know, I don't know after
Hebu niambie Ruto akishamaliza kuwa president ataenda wapi?
Under normal circumstances, he's supposed to retire. You see, in the grown democracies like America, we had somebody like Barack Obama. He is very okay outside there. And he is doing well.
You see,
and I think
listen to this, and the Kenyans should know this. When Barack retired, in America, once the president is sworn in, all the cameras are withdrawn from Barack Obama or Donald Trump to Joe Biden.
Yes.
Barack Obama became a private citizen. But today, unasikia Mkenya anakuambia ati wacha tusikie Uhuru anasema nini. Ati Uhuru anasema nini kwa hii maneno. Wacha tusikie Uhuru anasema nini. Wacha tusikie Uhuru anasema nini.
Yes. Mr. Muzarendo. There is something I still want us. I still want you to tell us here what you think about. Raila Odinga has already declared that I don't know him with who, will support, and I want to understand that he meant Azimio. They will support Kalonzo Musyoka. And remember, in 2013, Kalonzo supported Raila Odinga. In 2017, Kalonzo supported Raila Odinga. And you know, they were still like pushing each other because Kalonzo was saying that he was promised to be supported by Raila Odinga. Even 2022.
Muru, that's why I always tell you, Ruto is always ahead of the game for these guys. He's always ahead of them. Today, UDA is a political party. And Kenya Kwanza is almost a political party. UDA has swallowed all the small parties, apart from Ford Kenya, that imeshindwa kumeza. But UDA wants to come as one political party. Hao watu wengine, due to greed, and trying to cling to their and because of the money they get from the political parties, from the register of political parties, they will not let go. Wiper will not let go this political party. Raila Odinga will not let go ODM, and so many other parties that are affiliated. But look, if at all they have got the interest of the country ahead, then they should have one political party facing. They should stop these tribal political parties like Wiper ni party ya Wakamba, ODM majority of support base ni Nyanza. Wavunje hizi chama, then support Kalonzo Musyoka, waende pale KICC wapi delegates congress wachague candidate wao, or they take them through a debate waone huyu ndio anafaa. Then now we can face, then we can say Kalonzo is a strong candidate behind an umbrella called not Azimio. I don't think Azimio was a vehicle that engine yake ilikuwa mbaya, hiyo imeisha. Wanaangalia kitu ingine In 2027 there'll be another vehicle, but I don't think it will be Azimio. Azimio mambo yake imeshaisha, lifespan yake imekwisha, imekufa. They will look for another vehicle, and this time hiyo gari itakuwa na watu tofauti, but vigogo ni wale wale, vigogo nao ni wale wale. That is the only time they can face
Remember,
them.
the ambition, this is according to my observation, the ambition of Uhuru Kenyatta was to come back as a prime minister. And now, the prime minister position is going to be enshrined in the constitution. Don't you think he will come back?
Yes, he will come back. Who told you he's not going to come back? He will come back. Atatoka huko Dubai na Wakikuyu watampigia kura. And he will come back. Yeah. Wakikuyu watampigia kura. Ni modo wa Juma. Watampigia kura. Huyu ni mtoto wetu. Ametoka nini? The prodigal son amerudi. Atapigiwa kura na atapigiwa kura kwa vishindo. And these guys are going to be a problem because Uhuru akona pesa. Ruto pia akitoka kwa siasa akona pesa, utampeleka wapi? They need that BBI like yesterday. They need the bipartisan talks more than you think. Wanaitaka ile kitu. Wacha nikwambie, mwanasiasa akishika hii microphone ati anaongea, hizo ni vitu za kufurahisha umati. Hizo ni vitu za kufurahisha umati. Mambo yao ile wanafikiria ni tofauti sana. The things at the end of the day, you will be surprised that Ruto calls Raila and says, umeona vile leo nimekutandika? Ati wanacheka cheka hapo. Lakini wewe hapa umekazana, leo amekazana hapa, anataka kunyonga kwa sababu ati ya Raila. Anataka kunyonga kwa sababu ya Raila. Lakini kitu inatoka hivi, anapatia mtoto wake. Haya, Kalonzo the same. So zile kitu inatoka hivi, anapatia kijana wake. Wewe unajifanya hapa unataka kukufia mtu wa siasa. Unakufa unaenda wapi? Let us now focus. Mimi, I am telling you, Mburu, Kenyans need to look for a president. Lazima we look for a journey for a president. A president that will represent this country after Ruto.
So, Mr. Mzalendo, you see, Ruto was not in a government per se. He had no power to influence and to control the systems of the government. And he was in a position to outwit the government in power until he became the president of Kenya. What kind of miracle do you think the opposition can make rise to power again?
They know it very well that they cannot remove Ruto from power until he finishes his term. That is why we have the bipartisan talks. Omera, they know it very well that they can't. They know it very well that they can't remove this guy from power. That is why they have the bipartisan talk. They need a soft landing. Yeah, they need a soft landing. Even if we lose elections, kuna hizi vitu tutapata. So it's a win-win for everybody else. So elections will not be contested as we witnessed in 2007 or 2022. It will not be a matter of life and death. Raila Odinga knows very well that even if I lose this election, kuna kakiti ka prime minister kananingojea.
Yes.
Unanielewa? Kalonzo Musyoka knows. When Ruto finishes his term after 2027, he knows, mimi nimewafanyia kazi, sasa nyinyi pia nirudishieni mkono. Yeye pia anaingia kazi ya prime minister. They will make it in a way that each and every one of them ataingia kwa ile kitu. It is that simple. That is what they want to do. So hii club ya siasa ni billionaires club. Ukishaingia pale hakuna kutoka. Hakuna kutoka.
Yeah, at least we are in agreement there, because I have observed how William Ruto operates, and it's very hard for anybody to think that they can oust or remove him from power in 2027 through a ballot. Already, that's why you see he's already organizing his vehicle, the UDA party. And you see the Azimio team, they remain confused. They don't know whom they are going to support.
As me, I'm the most disorganized. Look at right now. Ruto has changed the the UDA leadership in the county assembly of Nairobi has been changed.
Mm-hmm.
He has been changed. Him is on the move. He's already strategizing on how he can have a strong base. But
Mm-hmm.
what are these guys chasing? They're chasing kura ya 2022. Watu tayari wako 2027 au wanangojea sava ifunguliwe. Kina leo hapa.
Wow. So this debate can go on and go on. It's
Hey,
almost 2 here.
we
It's
better finish.
1:15. I know it's already, it's almost 3 on your side. And I want us to retire. Can you give the viewers your final remarks? Then we can proceed with the debate tomorrow.
You have not sold us. You have not sold us, Mburu.
Yes.
What you see in 2027? What alliances do you see? And I just wanted
Yes.
to ask you one specific question. Since you come from Central,
Yes.
uh, do you think Njeng Maina Njenga can wrestle the Central base from Gashagba?
No, well, there is no. You see, having come from that side of the nation, Kikuyus don't change the mind easily. The moment they support you, they give you full support. And they also give you the benefit of doubt. Like now, we are very patient with the government of William Ruto because we know the hopelessness you see is a temporary situation. William Ruto still have another 4 years. And don't forget the history of Maina Jenga. This is somebody who unleashed terror against his own people. We have so many people in the grave because of Maina Jenga. So when you mention Maina Jenga as somebody who can be given a country to govern, it instills some bad feelings to many people. Because I know people from other regions, they don't know what we are going through. And I can tell you a good number of people, apart from the people who have worked with Maina Jenga closely or benefited from that sect, nobody else would like to hear Maina Jenga. We perceive him as a criminal, and that is who he is. This is somebody whose hands are full of blood. This is somebody, people suffered because of him. People died because of him. So I don't think that he can add value in the administration of Raila Odinga. If anything, everybody should be in the front line to say we need clean people in the politics, not people who are there because they are feared, not people who are there because they are criminals. So I don't think, and also I want to tell you, Gachagua is not a fool. People underestimate this Gachagua. This Gachagua cannot allow Maina Jenga to drive, to continue mobilizing up to 2027. We will be in this show. And I want to tell you, within a very short time, you see how that team is going to be crushed by the Gachagua. So somebody like Gachagua, he just pretends like he is an idiot, but he is very sharp. I can tell you for sure. He cannot allow another person to rise. Ask yourself, how did a first-time MP became the deputy president of Kenya? This is not somebody to underestimate. So I don't think from Central Kenya we can buy the politics of Maina Jenga. I can say Mother Karua is better than Maina Jenga 100 times. 100 times. I don't see what value is he bringing in Azimio. And I want to tell you this, Muzarendo, this is what I think. If Baba makes a mistake and not support Kalonzo Musyoka, as he said, and as they had agreed that Baba will not run again in 2027, he is going to support Kalonzo Musyoka. If he fails, they are going to part ways. And the good thing about Kalonzo Musyoka, all the Ukabani people, they follow him. At least he is assured of almost 2 million votes. So the best thing Raila Odinga can do for him to remain relevant in politics is to start with Kalonzo Musyoka. And I'm telling you, Kalonzo Musyoka is someone who can penetrate easily even in the central Kenya. He has, he's not feared like people fear Raila Odinga. If Kalonzo Musyoka is contesting, you see so many Kikuyus voting for him. Remember, the people in Central still remember that when it was very hard for them, it was very hard for Kibaki, the person who came to their rescue is one, Kalonzo Musyoka. Kalonzo Musyoka, the Kambas and Kikuyus, they call each other Wadhoniwa. Do you know what that means? It means people that we intermarry with. So when the Kambas speak, the Kikuyus hear what they are saying. When we speak, the Kambas are able to hear and understand what we are saying. So it is very easy for Kalonzo Musyoka to penetrate central Kenya than any other person. Maina Jenga cannot add any value. Mother Karua lost the glory a long time ago. I came here in the Mutembei TV and I told you, Baba has already made a mistake. And it came to pass what I said. I said Mother Karua will not bring any vote to Baba. And I had proposed, I wish Baba took somebody like Munya. But this time around, the best thing Baba can do, we say a good dancer knows when to exit the stage, is to support somebody else. And that somebody else who has at least some votes is Kalonzo Musyoka, plus now the base of Baba, plus now other people who love Kalonzo Musyoka. Like myself, I can even vote for that guy because he's a piece of man. Nobody will feel like I am threatened if he becomes the president. So Kalonzo, if supported by the strong people like Uhuru Kenyatta, supported by strong people like Raila Odinga, and now the team, he will be actually somebody who can give Ruto a very hard time in the politics of 2027. That is what I think.
Wow. I think that is a good analysis of how you see things, and for Kalonzo, he has got Kalonzo knows how to weave around politics, politics of opportunity. So if at all Baba does not support him, then he will run straight into Ruto's arms.
Yes.
And that one is a possibility that he is going to run right into Ruto's arm and embrace Ruto. Mwambie, now we are going to work together. I have seen these politicians; they are not principled. They don't, they don't even love our country. Me, I don't know how you look at them, but me, that's how I look at them. Love our country. They love themselves so much. They are in this clique that if it is not them, then it cannot be anybody else. So
Like now, because Kalonzo has his political backyard and people who believe in him, and Baba has his team, and Baba is almost exiting the stage. And you have seen he has not nurtured even one person. Because can you remove Kalonzo Musyoka in the picture? Who remains now? Assuming now Baba will not decides now, because I have seen people complaining. They are saying Kalonzo is a watermelon, Kalonzo is a coward, then I ask them, who else do you have in your team? That if it is not Kalonzo, you can say if it's not Kalonzo, it's this other person. You see, I don't see anybody. I don't see anybody else. That is the only choice that the Azimio team has.
You see, there's an African saying that says a good leader wants a good follower. Ruto was a good follower. He has followed Raila's politics. He has followed Kibaki's politics. He has followed Mwai Kibaki and his mentor, Moi. So he has been on all these generations, and that's why he's beating them in the game. And remember, Ruto is not your average politician. I keep on telling people this, and he is not your average politician. He has got a lot of brain and wit in whatever he's doing. So he needs somebody who can give him the hard tackle. But from the current crop of politicians that we have, I am telling you, all these people fear Ruto. Wanamuogopa. They fear him. They don't show it, but they fear him. From their statements and from everything, they fear him. And that is the danger. They fear Ruto so much. And that's where we are politically. The only thing that can bring Ruto's government down is the citizen. And the issue of tax, that can bring this government down. But look at the way Kinaraila, the so-called, look at the way they are dealing with the issue. Look at the way they are dealing with the issue. They have resulted to insults and, and my blog as well, and a blog it all the time. They don't have a way of tackling it even in parliament. Awana, they have the only thing that will bring that they have right now is tax. It is the issue of tax.
Don't you think it's a strategy that we tighten the belt for these 2 years? Then after 2 years, he's gonna try now to let people free from
economic numbers. Kenya is doing well.
Yes.
Economically. But to the common man, the shilling is not doing well. And you know it. The shilling is not doing well against the world currency. And you know it. Just smile.
Yeah, imagine when you said that $1, you change it to 152.
152. Hiyo ni economy. Hiyo ni dola moja.
$1 is 152 shillings Kenya. And I don't know why the shilling has fallen to that level. It has never been like that.
Because
why do you think
most industries are closing down in Kenya because of taxation. And this is what will bring this government down. Most industries are closing down.
Mr. President is listening to you because this is coming from somebody who believes in him.
Now, no, you've already also started baptizing me a UDA supporter.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. You see, I don't like.
You know, for you, the good thing for you, you are well balanced. You are in the middle.
You see, you have to, because I'm not a sycophant, and secondly, I look at things the way they are, and thirdly, I know these politicians don't care about me.
Thirdly, you are truthful. You are the next Gachagua.
And thirdly, I wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, do my errands, and come back home, and I don't answer to any politician.
Yes.
You see, so this is an independent thought. There are people who depend on politicians to make decisions for them. All right?
But Mr. Mzalendo, okay, I haven't done research about the companies collapsing, but I was thinking, what should the government do in order to run the country effectively without over borrowing? And also, the money that we get from taxes, that money still goes back to the common people. Because if
Listen,
you collect taxes, then that money is given to counties for development, is given out for bursaries. Is that money not still the money going back to the people? Should people
can you
really
imagine?
complain about it?
Can you imagine if you had a president like the president for Zambia?
Yes.
The president for Zambia said that he doesn't need the cars, those cars, the new cars, the VXs.
Mhm.
Have you seen Ruto's motorcade? The
Mhm.
other time I was seeing it in social media, you'd think that it is Joe Biden. But Joe Biden does not have that kind of motorcade.
Mhm.
You imagine 300 vehicles following one
But you,
individual.
Mr.
No.
Mzalendo,
I am just asking you a question. Wait,
ask.
a third world country,
Mhm.
motorcade, motorbike sijui ngapi?
Mhm.
Haya, VX sijui VX gari za sijui milioni ngapi? Zimepanga line karibu 100, na hizo zote zimefiliwa na taxpayers money. Taxpayers money. They are going. You know where they are going? At a
Yes.
function ya kanisa, sijui kufanya nini, sijui kufungua sijui kanisa. This is bogus.
Yeah.
This is bogus. Let me
But
tell you.
Mr. Mzalendo, you are a politician and you
Wewe
have
mimi
participated.
nakuuliza, wewe you live in the first world. Ushaona Biden akienda kufungua kanisa ama akienda kufanya fundraising ya kanisa ya Pentecostal huko Boston?
They have their culture. We have their culture. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't
These
mean
are,
what they do
you
is right
see,
for us.
when the
But
president is
anyway, this is
just
one
wait,
that.
Mburu, when the president is going to pray, that is his private affair. Wacha aende aombe afanye kitu anataka. If that is private, tusiambiwe, na tunaambiwa ya nini?
So the media has the freedom to give us the news.
They should not
But
even.
Mr. Mzarendo, just to come to the aid of the president, because you have really pressed him on that. You're a politician, and you know that when you are going somewhere and you're a president or even a governor, you have so many friends who want to go with you. And those VXs that you saw those vehicles, these are politicians following him and friends just to go together with the president. Does not mean that all these
Kwani
vehicles
president
belong to the
hawezi ambia
government.
msinifuate? Wewe,
What is
mimi
wrong with
naenda.
that?
Then why?
That is our culture.
What is
Africans,
that
we like
culture?
showing off. We
We're
want to
showing
be
off for
seen
what?
like we are big people.
We are big. With
Yeah,
big,
that
man
is
with
our
a
culture. That's how we do
big
things.
house, big car, big what? Like a human being. This is these leaders. Look at them. Look at them, man.
Yeah?
Raila Odinga has got a home in Mombasa. He has got a
Mhm,
home he has got 2 homes in Karen.
mhm,
He has got another home, a very big home in Kisumu town. Then he has got one in his rural village. And then he has got another palatial homes, I don't know, somewhere. Same to Ruto is building another sijui nyumba ingine. Na haka kamutu sijui kako na watoto wanne. Eh? Even if God gives you hiyo maisha yote, hizi matoto unapeleka wapi? Yani unajua, I mean, are we this thick? Eh? Yani umeenda shule ukaenda hata ng'ambo ukaona hao ma leaders wote. Look at the German chancellor. Eh? The German chancellor leading a world economy in Europe stays in an apartment analipa rent apartment
yes.
when she left office.
You see,
Listen, when she
mhm,
left, we need to copy good example. Don't tell me we see. There's nothing to see here. We need to
mhm,
copy good example. The German chancellor, when she left office, for 6 hours, everybody in the entire republic gave a
mhm.
standing ovation. Can you
This is
imagine how gratifying that is? Can you imagine?
This is what happens in our country because of poverty. It's kind of we worship our leaders, and they have become like semi-gods to us, and that is why whenever they appear,
Wewe Mburu,
people
wewe
congregate.
worship peke yako. Wewe worship leaders peke yako. Me, I will not be in that kanisa
Let me
kanisa
finish
ya
what I'm saying.
kuworship. Ya
You must
kuworship.
be so
And
offended.
you know you are annoying me because you
No,
are
let me
saying
finish what I'm
no,
saying.
you
Don't
know
jump.
you are a pastor,
Usiruke kabla ya darama.
you are a pastor na unasema that we
No,
worship.
no,
We
listen.
worship.
Listen,
Did you say we
Muzarendo.
worship leaders?
Be a good listener. Be a good listener. And let
Okay,
me
let me
finish my
listen.
statement. This is what I'm saying. In Africa, because of poverty, we have come to believe that our leaders, whenever they appear, there is something they can offer. And we adore them. We embrace them so much that whenever they appear, people congregate to come and shake hands with them, clap for them, sing for them. Unlike the Western countries, and I understand why you feel what you feel because it's the same. When you stay in America for so long, or UK or Canada, and you see that leaders are just like any other person, people don't care who has passed, people don't care whether they are going. Actually, we don't even recognize them so much. They are only recognized in the event, maybe they are given a chance to say something. Um, so when you compare the Americans and Kenyans, how we do things, you have stayed here for so long, you start seeing like tuko na kautoto fulani, but that is kind of our culture, and it will take a long time because things change basing on how the economy is growing. People are becoming independent, so I don't think the president has any problem. He can't tell people don't follow me, msinifuate, wacheni kushida mkinifuata nikienda mahali naenda kanisa. But I know when the president is going somewhere, those who support him and friends because they want to be associated with him, they want to ask where is the president going, and they want
Ndio
to be seen
unaambiwa ndio
that they have come
unaambiwa
with the president.
ndio unaambiwa economists are telling the president punguza trips.
Mhm,
Trips sio kupapea tu na ndege eh? Trips pia ni kuingia kwa hiyo gazla na kuenda mahali unaenda
mhm,
na pia you don't need all those cars au ukienda mahali. Can you imagine governor pia anaenda na magari kama hayo and we have 47 of them eh? So
mhm,
47 governors in presidential entourage with bodyguards. Unajua pia wako na bodyguard na press team. Na sasa ati
mhm,
governor ameenda na bodyguard na press team, hiyo yote ni per diem, wanaenda kukula pesa zetu, pesa za
mhm.
wananchi. Now, that is how you destroy the economy. Unanielewa?
Mhm,
This is another country where the president is saying kuna watu wameweka pesa nje in offshore account, warudishe hizo pesa to run nayo economy ya Kenya.
mhm,
Unanielewa? So
mhm,
nchi imejaa watapeli,
mhm,
unaona? Nchi ya Kenya, mtu wa siasa ni mtapeli, ni muizi, whether
mhm,
akuwe ni wa Azimio, akuwe ni Kenya Kwanza, ni wale wameingia kwa ile meza ile meza ya utapeli,
mhm,
wanatutapeli, wanatudanganya na wanatukanganya,
mhm.
unanielewa? Na tukikanganywa hivyo tunabaki sisi maskini hoi hai ni rasilimali
Wow.
zetu ndio zinatumiwa kwa
Mm,
hizi anasa eh? Unaona senator anaenda kununua pombe ya 400,000 anakuonyesha kwa social media, hii ni pesa yako taxpayers money naenda kujivinjari na 400,000 ile yako huo ni nominated. Haya, mbunge gavana ananunua shati ya nusu milioni eh? Mwingine CS amevaa saa ya milioni mbili na ni third world country amevaa saa ya milioni 2 na saa hiyo ako Marekani anaomba msaada na akiangalia
And you see, our culture is so funny, eh? Sisemi, it's a good culture. Maana,
wewe unasema ni good culture.
wacha nimalize. Wewe unapenda kuruka. Mbona unaruka kama sijamaliza my statement?
Kwenda kulala bwana, Msamburu nataka kwenda kulala. So,
oja kidogo nimalize venye nasema. Ukikaa Marekani, ukikaa sana na interact na watu huku wengine wako na pesa nyingi sana. Mpaka wanatafuta organizations za kupatiana pesa. Wanatafuta ni kina nani tutapea pesa, makampuni wanatafuta ni kina nani pesa yetu imekuwa nyingi, tutapea nani, individuals. Na ndivyo unaona watu wengi ambao wako na organizations wanapata pesa nyingi sana kutoka Marekani. Lakini ikikuja ni mambo ya kuvalia, ninajua watu huwa wanashangaa, sasa hawa huwa wanakuja kwa media wakiwa na kaa namna gani, na matisha na majins. Na hata ukienda kwa makanisa haya makubwa utakuta pastor ako pale na ka t-shirt ya $5, trouser ya $10 na viatu hapo, unashangaa. These people hawajali mambo ya kuvalia, wanavalia namna gani. In fact, mimi nikienda kwa kanisa naenda na suti na tai kwa sababu tulizoea. Unaona watu wakikuangalia like ni huyu ako na shida gani? Hata
unajua hii ni ng'ombe ya Afrika.
wanashindwa kwani unaenda wapi ama ni nini kinaendelea, ama wewe ni mtu
unarudi hapa.
So it is just funny, ukikaa huku kila kitu hata kama hutaki inaanza kucheza.
Jamaa wewe unaenda kuomba msaada Mburu. Umevaa Rolex ya milioni 2. Rolex ya milioni 2 na unaenda kuomba msaada kwa mzungu, anakuangalia tu hivi, yani they have already measured who you are. Even if they are going to give you that money, they know you are just a thief. Unajua, this one is just coming to steal. Look at the way. Did you see the watch that he was wearing? Did you see that? So that is how primitive we are in terms of governance. In terms of service delivery, we are way below. We are way below.
You know, Mr. Mzalendo, I was asking myself, because these leaders, they travel, they go to countries, they go to UK, they go to Canada, they go to Dubai, they come to America, and they see how these countries have developed. Don't they feel bad when they think where they are going back? I was asking myself, how do they feel? Hawasikii kama nikitoka hapa nitaenda kubadilisha mambo kwetu, because that is how I strongly feel inside me, kwamba ukiangalia nchi kama hii hakuna mahali utawahi kanyaga mchanga. Ukitoka na urudi, kiatu yako itakuwa safi, hautapatana na kavubi hata kidogo. Yani hawa viongozi wanapotembea huku na wakikumbuka street za kwetu kwenye watu wanapitia, wanasikia namna gani? Huwa wanasikia namna gani ndani yao, wakijua ile pesa ingefanya hiyo kazi, wameshakula, wameshaenda kujenga manyumba zao nchi zingine.
Unajua, this is how they look at things. Mimi nilitoka kwa hiyo streets, nilitoka kwa hiyo nyumba ya matope. Wewe pia utatoka tu hapo.
Utatoka tu siku moja.
Utatoka tu siku moja.
Kuachia Mungu. Oh my God.
Utatoka tu siku moja. Kama mimi nilitoka sembuse wewe.
Unaambiwa siku moja, jitahidi
hapo. Hapo ndio pale sisi wote tulipitia. Wow. That is how they look at things. Wewe ukiangalia, yani hii nchi ndogo, inategemea taxes. Taxes. Nakwambia, na ile corruption iko Kenya ni mingi. Na bado tuko na magavana 47 tunawalipa. Na hao magavana 47 wako na maminister, ati wako na watu wengine tunaitwa maminister pale kwa county assembly.
Wako na ministers na wanalipwa vizuri na wanaiba pesa huko.
Na hapa kwa national government pia tuko na ministers.
Na the same county usisahau uko na MCAs.
The same county ziko na MCAs na bado kuko na wale nominated pia.
Na bado kuko na women representatives.
Sasa kuna ule tena hii nchi kuna ule anaangalia masuala ya wamama yani yeye kazi yake ni kuenda kama ni women rep, kazi yake ni kupeana mapads kwa mashule za
karibu tufungue ikina ya children representatives.
Can you imagine ya women representative at women rep at yeye kazi yake yeye ni
mambo ya wamama.
Mambo ya wamama.
Moja, there are 47 of them.
Na mbunge basi anafaa kuangalia masuala ya mababa. Since mbunge anafaa kuangalia
mzalendo, maana haya mambo huwa tunaongea kwa media kama mchezo. Kwa nini sisi wa Kenya huwa hatufiki mahali tukasirike tuseme hapana, hatutaendelea hivyo?
Ni polepole, hii hasira ni polepole.
Kwa sababu nchi haiwezi endelea kukua disorganized na watu wamenyamaza tu. Unakuta saa hii 52% of our revenue, of our national revenue goes to recurrent expenditure. Yani tunalipa mishahara na 52% of our revenue. We are remaining with 48% ya mambo ingine.
Well, my friend, it's called unajua hiyo ni topic ya another day. Ni topic mzima tu, lakini leo ni ile tu tulikuwa tunachambua. I was just wanted to give you a perspective of who these leaders are.
Give us your conclusion.
As we conclude, we talked about we've talked about various topics in today's discussion.
Yes.
I can conclude by saying that we have had a wonderful show, and the issue of LGBTQ is very controversial in Africa, but in some countries, the LGBTQ community are protected. In South Africa, they are protected. In Angola, they are protected. In Botswana, they are protected. So the world is moving towards a different direction. And as much as we might not want them in our society, they're your brothers, they're your sisters. Perhaps you need to take a lot of consideration when you are dealing with matters of LGBTQ. Because the next moment you'll pass a law that will hang somebody who is affiliated to these groups. It could be your mother, it could be your son, it could be your daughter, it could be your own father that has turned to be something else. So we need to be very, very, very careful. I remember Uhuru Kenyatta was asked about LGBTQ. He simply brushed it off that it is not a matter that they have to discuss now. They have other important issues to discuss. Same to Ruto's government. I think Ruto's government touched about it a bit, but they are also scared of going the whole length with that particular issue. Being that Ruto's government is a darling of the West, so is very, very careful on that particular subject. Being a Christian, he knows where he stands. And as I told you before, Mburu, the exit can never be the entry. That is my last parting shot. The exit can never be the entry. So kama pale ulipatiwa ni mahali ya kukunia, wacha ikuwe ni mahali ya kukunia.
Today you are able to speak very strong terms because you are behind the camera.
No, no. Are you, are you, are you, are you, are you,
You have a lot of
are you,
freedom.
are you trying to say that I'm a coward? No, I am not. I say it as it is. But to our listeners, to our viewers, thank you very much for those who were in the comment section. Today we are very, very sorry. There was a grammatical error. It also happens in CNN and in Reuters. It happens. So don't worry much about the errors. The most important thing is that you got the message and you got the word from one Mr. Geoffrey Mburu. And for me, I want to thank Leo. I want to thank Motembei. I want to thank Ibrahim Aroba, who has been there on the chat session. And next
Yes.
time, we want you to join Emmanuel Mukunzi. Yes, you say ni penalty. No, ni penalty. We know that. We want you to join and correct our grammar as we go on. John Jim, your headline is wrongly written. Yeah, the headline is wrongly written, but you get the point. That was just an error. It happens. Alphonse Yoki na Kenya ndio mtindo inalalishwa. Anasema
Kuhalalishwa.
inahalalishwa. Bwana, Kiswahili sio mdomo.
Kiswahili si chetu,
Sio mdomo
tunaelewa.
chetu. Asante
Si,
sana Mburu kwa kunialika kwenye show. Leo ni vile nilikuwa huku nyuma wakati
all right. Tumeshukuru sana Mr. Mzalendo kwa kuwa pamoja nasi. Wasikilizaji wetu tunawashukuru kwa sababu mmekuwa pale mkitusikiza, mkiweka likes. Tunawashukuru sana 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 na tunawapenda sana. Mjue this channel is your channel, Afrique 24. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe in our YouTube
very important
and in our Facebook. Did you want to say something, Mzalendo?
No, yeah, I just emphasized on that subscription part of it.
Yes.
Yes, viewers out there, please follow us on Facebook. We are Afrique Diaspora 24 on Facebook, and on YouTube we are Afrique 24. Please go there, weka subscription ndio tuweze kuwa na moto pia ya kukuja hapa kila siku kuambia vile siasa inaendelea. And also we love your company. We love you talking about our country. We love our country so much. We cannot allow it to go to the dogs. Lazima tuongee na tujaribu kukosoa serikali na tujaribu kuangalia njia mwafaka ile uongozi wa serikali ya Ruto inaweza badilisha maisha yetu kama Wakenya. Kama iwezi tutafute njia ingine kutafuta rais mpya wa Kenya 2027. Kwa hayo machache, wacheni mimi nikalale. Nimeshukuru sana once again, Mburu.
Usiku mwanana, Bwana Mzalendo, asante sana. Pia Bwana Leo ambaye alikuwa anang'ang'ana sana kuingia, tunasema asante sana. Nyinyi nyote ambao mmekuwa pamoja nasi, Mungu awe nanyi. Tutaonana siku ya kesho. Kesho tutawapeleka mpaka Burkina Faso. Tuangalie yule rais ambaye ameshikilia wadhifa wa urais kwa sasa, kijana wa miaka 34 na changamoto wanazopitia na ni kwa nini waliweza kufukuza serikali iliyokuweko. Tutaongea hayo yote kesho.
Ujue leo alikuwa anaenda kupenduliwa leo pia huyo Burkina Faso. Na pia ukae kujua tutaenda Liberia. George Weah amekataa kuacha uongozi.
Wow.
The deputy is leading and is seemingly the deputy president, the former vice president to the previous government, Yaule Madam, is poised to be the next Liberian president. So that's who Africa is.
Yes. So dunia inaweza kuwa kitu moja na diposa tukasema lazima tukuwe na Africa 24 na ili tukaweze kuangazia mambo yanayoendelea katika dunia, because the world is becoming one. Hatutaki tukuwe tumefunika mawazo yetu pamoja kwa nchi yetu Kenya. Tutaweza kupanua mawazo yetu, watu waweze kuona bali. Tutakuja hapa tuwaambie mambo ya ukitaka kutoka Kenya kuenda nchi nyingine unaweza enda namna gani, ni njia gani unaweza pitia, na maswali yote ambayo mtakuwa nayo tutakuwa tunaweza kusaidiana. Na mbarikiwe sana. Tuonane siku ya kesho. Asante.